Uy, oh, umanto. Umanto?
Twin volcanoes, Lewotobi, both are erupting, the male and the female. And you can see it at the same time. Crazy. Here we go again, the Pacific Ring of Fire, massive volcanic eruption. Alert level is raised to the highest level after Indonesia's Laki Laki volcano erupts with impressive pictures, with these monstrosities of ash clouds. And I had just released a video, guys, maybe you have seen it, if not, you should. What happens if a super volcano erupts? And this is not out in the future and yada yada, Yellowstone will never erupt. It's not on alert right now, but I have been talking about Campi Flegrei, the super volcano near Naples, for example. Many scientists are saying it's creeping towards an eruption. So what would happen if that erupted? We would see a volcanic winter. But look at the ash clouds of Lewotobi Laki Laki, how high it spews them into the air. That is also bad enough. So it's a volcano in south central Indonesia, and it has erupted, spewing towering columns of very hot ash and volcanic particles up into the air. And that's why the authorities quickly raised the eruption alert to the highest level. And they have also expanded the evacuation zone, the danger zone, to 8 kilometers. That's about 5 miles from the crater and around the volcano. And Indonesia's geology agency said in a statement, it recorded that the volcano is unleashing 10,000 meters, 10 kilometers, about 32,800 feet of thick gray clouds, spewing it up. And that is following increased volcanic activities that it was showing us. It was showing us 50 in 2 hours, like explosions and rumbling and spewing this out, rather than the usual daily 8 to 10 activities that it has. It's a very active volcano, and it really looked like a mushroom cloud. So the ashes that it was spewing out very straight up into the air, they expanded into a mushroom-shaped ash cloud that could be seen from cities quite far away, as far as 90 kilometers, about 56 miles, to even 150 kilometers, that's nearly 93 miles, away from that crater, from the mountain. And so far, and hopefully it remains that way, no casualties were reported. I'm very happy about that. So we can just look at this impressive force of nature without dire consequences. It's bad enough for the villages around it, the ashfall and everything. So the residents therefore were warned to be vigilant about heavy rainfall, because that could trigger something else. That could trigger like mud flows, lahars, lava flows in rivers originating from the volcano, like huge flows of water mixed with the debris and volcanic matter coming down from the mountain. And this volcano is very dangerous. Just in November, sadly, Mount Lewotobi Laki Laki erupted, and 9 people were lost and dozens of people were injured. And it's a massive mountain. It's not a small crater. It's 1,584 meters high. That's 5,200 feet. And it's a twin volcano. It does not only have one volcanic crater like a stratovolcano. It has 2. So there's Mount Lewotobi Laki Laki, and right next to it is Mount Lewotobi Perempuan. And this is in the district on the islands of Flores, in the district of Flores Timur. And Indonesia, I mean, they've been rattled by earthquakes and volcanoes. It's the Pacific Ring of Fire. We've been talking about that a lot, where most of the severe earthquakes and where most of the world's volcanoes are located, around this horseshoe-formed ring of fire with the Pacific plate in the middle, and we've got all these subduction zones. So Indonesia is an archipelago of 270 million people. Lots of people live there, and they have this frequent seismic activity. And it has, now listen to this, guys, 120 active volcanoes, active. And the location of Mount Lewotobi Laki Laki, it's specifically within the Lesser Sunda Islands volcanic arc. And of course, it's the Pacific Ring of Fire. So this arc is formed by the subduction of the Indo-Australian plate beneath the Eurasian plate. And that makes the region highly, highly prone to volcanic and seismic activity. And as I said, 2 volcanic twin craters, but definitely Laki Laki is the more active of the 2. And it sits where 2 tectonic plates are forced beneath each other, a subduction zone, the Indo-Australian and the Eurasian plates subducting beneath each other. And that Lesser Sunda Islands volcanic arc is a chain of volcanic islands formed by this subduction process. And Lewotobi Laki Laki is on Flores Island, that's in eastern Indonesia. You see it on the map. And on the Flores Islands, it's on the southeastern region, in the southeastern part of Flores Island. And because right now this is such a massive blow, of course they raised the alert level, but they're also worried about potential lava flows that can always happen coming down from the crater, and then villages and nearby settlements would be at risk. And we already had it just a few weeks ago in May that they also, when the last Lewotobi Laki Laki eruption took place, I reported about this, the warning level was also raised to most dangerous. And now it looks like an orange mushroom cloud. It's very impressive. And that is really, it's like, there's pictures, it looks like it's engulfing that village, the villages nearby. So far, no immediate reports of flight disruptions. I mean, it's always dangerous if there's so many ash particles in the air. It can absolutely fry the engines of airplanes, clog everything. So before it erupted that massively, it was showing some smoke and something coming out. But you didn't know, there was some level of alert that they thought something might happen again. And then, as you see in the video, it started suddenly belching forth black smoke and flames as it looked really, really violent. Also, in the hours before the eruption, that's always a sign that something's going to happen. We saw an increase in minor deep earthquakes. 50 were detected in just 2 hours, when 8 to 10 would usually happen during a day. So an increase in the seismic activity is usually a sign that magma might try to get to the surface. And more serious earthquakes were a concern right after the eruption. So they were very worried about this. And the interesting part, the twin volcanoes, Laki Laki is the name of the mountain, and that indicates male. So the nearby sister mountain, Lewotobi Perempuan, erupts less often, and Perempuan means female. So the man is the more dangerous bad guy in this case. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. Leave it a like if you want to support the channel, guys. Check the links in the description. I have a Buy Me a Coffee site. If you leave me a message and buy me a coffee, I will answer with a 30-second video message. You can answer me back and we can have a video chat. So I hope you are safe wherever you are. I will keep you updated about this, guy. And in the meantime, check out the landslides. Something bad just happened yesterday. I have reported about it. Video is out. Check out the videos in the end screen and subscribe for more. Go to my channel page, guys. Become a supporting monthly member. Click the join button or the links in the description. And click on videos. Click on recent. There you see what's going on in the world so that you don't miss any of it, because there's only a few in the end screen. So guys, Pacific Ring of Fire, I'm sitting on it as well. I hope it stays, I don't want to say calm because it isn't, but not too dangerous. Take care. Bye-bye.